Ugh, talk about sports. Damien Lillard requested a trade. I think he did it way too late. So, man waited after the draft and after free agency. If he would have requested a trade 2 months ago, he would have already been to a team, but a team would have already said, okay, we got 4 draft picks, 3 draft picks. It probably been a 3-team trade, something like that. A superstar would have been somewhere else. He would have been to the team he wanted to go to. He said he wanted to go to Miami, allegedly. Who knows? But now, because he was so quiet during the offseason and he allowed the free agency to happen, now the teams who drafted players that fit their coaching style, fit their future endeavors, fit their system, and then free agency happened where most free agency there wasn't any, maybe 2 or 3 big names, um, but most people stayed where they were at. The Lakers got Gabe Vincent, and Houston got Dylan Brooks. Houston got that other guy too. Fred Van Fleet. So those are the biggest 3 names to actually leave a team. Most people just resign though. Most of the big names anyway. Obviously, Kyrie stayed. The big names, the question of like, okay, I wonder if he can go somewhere. Middleton stayed. Everybody just stayed. So whatever. But I think the best teams. I think he should go to the East. I do agree with that. I think you don't want to battle with that. He's been in the West for a long time. You want to go to the East. It's not saying it's easier in the East, but it's easier in the East. But I think he'll have a better chance where he doesn't really want to team up, so he doesn't have to go to a team with another superstar. He can go to a team that's like, have a couple of young guys and maybe an up and coming star. You don't have to go to a team with another superstar. You can still be the man and still make it deep in the playoffs in the East. I think one of the 3 teams he'll go to. I don't know if he's going to the Miami. Miami doesn't have any pieces. If I was Portland, I wouldn't take Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, and a whole bunch of draft picks. That doesn't make me happy. Tyler Hero is coming off a serious hand injury, so serious he couldn't even play 30 minutes in the playoffs. Um, Kyle Lowry's older. He wasn't that dominant in the playoffs. I think he's subpar. He doesn't score a lot. He doesn't give you a lot of offense. He doesn't give you a lot of rebounds. Doesn't give you a lot of assists. He's like a floor general that is just out there. So, if you're paying someone to help the young guys, then maybe you can get Kyle Lowry. If you're building for the future, maybe Miami has some draft picks you want. They went deep in the playoffs, so I doubt they have a whole bunch of draft picks, specifically that they want long term. A couple of future first round draft picks may be okay, but I don't know if you can build a team with a whole bunch of first round draft picks. Um, Depends what they're trying to draft. Because if they do like a 3-team trade where they'll get more draft picks and then also get a couple of players that they can use immediately, then that. But I think the 3 teams that he might should look at also is Philadelphia, the Knicks, and Toronto. I think those teams probably will suit him better if he's trying to win now. I know what he's trying to do because he's spent most of his career there. I think he spent most of his better years in Portland. So I don't think he's gonna beast like this season. I think he's gonna be, just a guy that's out there. He'll have flashes of the old Damian Lillard, but and I also don't think him going to Miami doesn't make them a contender for a championship. I think this year they relied heavily on their defense, and they just kind of ran into some luck. Obviously, Giannis was out a couple of games. Boston was in turmoil internally, so they ran into some good situational teams that were just um, not as good as them, but also they had some issues. And I don't know if that's gonna happen next season. So I don't know if him and Jimmy Butler will automatically put them in the finals. Who knows? But I don't think so. But I think you should look at the Knicks. You should look at I think the Knicks and Toronto and Philly have a better roster to offer him if he wants to win. If he just wants to go play in Miami, which is Miami, I get it. They go to Miami. Um, but the Lakers had the best free agency. They were able to keep D'Angelo Russell. They were able to keep Austin Reeves. They were able to sign fourth quarter guy, Hoshimura, whatever his name is. And they got some, backup guys, Jackson Hayes, which is you use that for if Anthony Davis is in and out the lineup. But he played well this season. He was able to stay in the lineup most of the time. The biggest thing they did was Gabe Vincent. I think he'll help LeBron. Won't have to be able to carry the load as much as he does. He's getting older, whatever. So Gabe Vincent can help with that. Houston had the second best draft. I mean, they got some heavy hitters: Dylan Brooks, Fred VanVleet, got a new coach. They got a younger roster. To me, Houston is going to be up there. And the Knicks were able to steal the guy from the Warriors and keep the three-headed monster. Now, I think they should trade Julius Randle. Now, that's why I was like, if I'm the Knicks, I'm saying, hey, y'all can have Julius Randle. We'll take Damien Lillard, and y'all want some draft picks. We'll figure that out later. But that's a star for a star. Obviously, Julius Randle's not a huge star, but that's a big guy that they can definitely use. But we'll see. But I think I would trade Julius Randle. But you never know. It's a circus. Yes, free agency. Houston had the best one besides the Lakers. I was interested to see Kyrie stay with the Mavs. I understand the Mavs wanted to keep him because they couldn't keep Brunson, but to go from third to totally out the playoffs in like 2 months and keep your job and get a raise is very, very interesting. But I understand, Mavs is like, look, we can't mess it up again. He sells jerseys, he sells tickets, and if we can have a full season with him and Luka, maybe we'll have a better shot. I don't think so. But in the West, you never know. We'll see. Peace.